just as simple as WHS locks and shots. Week 14. All right. Our weekly NFL picks as our last topic of the night. I haven't even got a chance to update the standings, but boy, we're not even gonna worry about that right now. We're just going to get into what we saw, what we were prepared to see for this week. So let me clear my throat. First lock of the week for yours truly. Go ahead and let's go with the Buccaneers over the Saints. It's a divisional game, but Buccaneers, they're at home. This is a team that's like, look, if Tampa can get healthy and Baker we trust, on some days. Like, it wakes up again. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. Bucks, like they all depend on they're a very dangerous squad. Like if you ask Gianni, they're like the most terrifying thing ever. If you ask me, all right, it just depends on if Baker wakes up feeling dangerous or not. And in a divisional game where it's kind of a must win because don't look now, Carolina is tied for first place in the NFC South. Uh, yeah, I think that the Bucks don't just handle business, they kind of have to handle business at home against New Orleans. So they're going to be my first lock of the week. My second lock of the week, it's really a toss up. I really kind of don't want to do it, but screw it. Give me the Browns over the Titans. At this point, Titans, if you ain't taking, you ain't winning. You're already eliminated from the playoffs. Same thing for the Browns, but if you're Shador Sanders, you gotta lock in, brother. You got a starting job that you gotta win. And you got talented pieces on that offense. You got Quinshon Judkins, who's been, revelation on the offensive side of the ball. You got Isaiah Bond, of course, Jerry Judy when he decides not to troll. This is a talented team, and of course Miles Garrett on the other side of the ball. So in the case for the Cleveland Browns, this game is in Cleveland. I expect Miles Garrett to just do his thing, and if he does his thing, then yeah, it should be easy win for Cleveland. That's my second lock of the week. And for my shock of the week, give me the Chargers over the Eagles as my shock of the week. Um, I don't care if Justin Herbert just broke his hand. Trey Lance is going to be starting in this game. I literally I have zero faith. It's a damn shame I'm feeling like that and I'm thinking like that, but I have zero faith in this team right now. Um, and it just that's just the reality of the situation. Defense is going to look like so the Chargers defense is going to look so talented against our defense. It's not even funny. A lot of Chargers fans are saying, "Oh, this is a get back game for Philadelphia." There is no such thing as a get back game. We got Nick Sirianni coaching this team, and I would love, I would pray, I'm praying that you prove me wrong, Philadelphia. I would love to see you try so I can be back here next Monday night and say that I told you so. Prove me wrong. I dare you. Chargers gonna win this game on Monday Night Football. All right. I'm gonna be watching on the alternate broadcast. All right. It's gonna be the Monsters Inc. alternate broadcast. And I'm gonna see probably a 50-yard touchdown from Trey Lance to Keenan Allen of all people and Mike Wazowski and Sully and Boo. They're gonna be on the sidelines cheering up and down. All right, as I question even becoming an Eagles fan, and I down a bottle of Jack Daniels probably. If you're an Eagles fan, bring the hard stuff. Bring the hard stuff for this Monday night. It's gonna be great. That's my shock of the week. And for my player prop of the week, I'm actually going to go with Patrick Mahomes. He is going to finish with under 1.5 passing touchdowns up against this Texans defense, who have been pretty much insane the entire season. They're number one ranked defense for a reason. This is gonna be a battle. This is gonna be a war. Expect Patrick Mahomes to use his legs more. You're feeling risky. Maybe you could go for a Patrick Mahomes rushing touchdown, but in terms of passing touchdowns, I'm not feeling too confident about it. All right, I'm not really feeling too confident about it. And like I said, this Houston team has been very good for majority of this year defensively anyway. So I think that they do enough to at least hold Mahomes to one passing touchdown. All right, I don't think he gets two. I think he gets one. Might be to Rasheed Rice. Give him a rushing touchdown, not two passing touchdowns. That's my
My first lock is going to be the Broncos over the Raiders. The Raiders are going nowhere at this point. And the Broncos, I think, are going to keep finding a way to win games. And so I think it's going to be like a two-score game. My second lock is going to be the Rams over the Cardinals. The Cardinals are just a mess too, as well. I don't know what they're going for really. They're probably going to fire all their coaches this all season. So I think the Rams bounce back, at least, survive that game. I think it's going to be like a 10-point win for the Rams. For my shock of the week, I'm going to go with the Jaguars over the Colts. I'm surprised the Colts are favorite in Jacksonville. They haven't won in Jacksonville since Peyton Manning was their quarterback. That's how long it's been since the Colts have won in Jacksonville. So I'm going to go with the Jags over the Colts. And for my player prop, this is going to sound funny because this guy throws so many interceptions, man. But give me Geno Smith over one pick, man, because he's going to get a pick, man. Every time, that's an easy player prop, I think, week to week. Like, you're just waiting for that pick to just happen, and it just happens. And it happens like anytime, really.
My first lock is going to be Broncos over the Raiders. Raiders are a fucking dumpster fire, bro. And I was hoping they would be much better this year, but nah. Um, my second lock, give me the Seahawks over the Falcons. Again, another team that has the wheels have just completely fallen off. Um, and I just think that Seahawks defense is the second best defense in the league right now, second or third. And I don't have any trust left in the Falcons. My shock. Give me the Bears over the Packers. Green Bay is favored by 7 right now, but I think the Bears are finally getting their defense back healthy. To be at 8-3 and then go to 9-3 without your two top DBs and missing your whole linebacking core, I think personally they're gonna have Jordan Love in hell. So I like the Bears to go ahead and pull all the way out in front of the NFC North. In my player prop, take the over on Joe Burrow passing yards or Jamar Chase receiving yards. That Bills defense sucks. Joe Burrow is back. They always have a battle. And I just think that with the state the Bills defense is in, I think it's going to get nasty over there, man.
look at a potential shootout. That might be a game that, funny enough, we saw first Sunday Night Football game of the year ended 41-40 or something like that. Might see something like that with not two star-studded defenses between Buffalo and Cincinnati. If you like our weekly moneyline picks as well as our brand new player props, make sure you give us some follow. And not, don't just follow us here on YouTube. Go and check out our audio episodes. We don't just talk about the NFL. We talk about the NBA. Talk about college sports on this past week's episode. Yeah, we talk about college football playoffs coming up. All right. College basketball the week before that. All right. We talked about baseball. Winter meetings are coming up very soon. Sure, there's bound to be plenty of big signings and big trades to come along and join us. Hate sports, just like us.